Hi, this is Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to do the even moss stitch left-handed. I'm using a 6mm or a J crochet hook and Premier yarn bamboo chunky for this tutorial. For this pattern, which is a mix of slip stitch and half double crochet, you need an even number. For example, I'm going to crochet 20. Okay, when you have your even number, in my case I'm using 20, you are going to slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and you're going to do a slip stitch. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through. Then in the next stitch, you're going to do a half double crochet. And then this is the pattern. You do a slip stitch followed by a half double crochet. So there's your slip stitch, half double crochet. And you repeat. Slip stitch, half double crochet. You're going to continue to the end of the row, ending with a slip stitch. Okay, so you can pause the video and continue to the end. Okay, so I have one stitch left. That is going to be a slip stitch. You're going to chain one and turn your work. So far it should look like this. For the second row, you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch, and you are going to half double crochet in the next. So you'll find out that you're always going to have a half double crochet on top of a half double crochet and a slip stitch on top of a slip stitch. And then that is the repeat. You would just repeat row 2 until you have the height that you want. Now this pattern makes a dense stitch. It's easy to do, but it doesn't go very fast because you're doing the slip stitch. But if you want a warm texture with few or no holes, this pattern works really well. It's very similar to the crunch stitch. This time instead of alternating the stitches, you always put the same stitch on top of each other. So the slip stitch on top of the slip stitch and the half double crochet on top of the half double crochet. And continue, ending with a slip stitch. So there's my half double crochet, and then my last stitch is a slip stitch. Then I chain one, I turn my work, and it should look like this. It kind of has these raised kind of areas. And then you would start with a slip stitch again in the very first stitch, and then followed by a half double crochet. And then you keep repeating until you have the height that you want. You can find the written pattern on my blog, and I'll link it in the links below. This makes a good, it works well for a washcloth or a blanket or ear warmer, scarf, especially if you want something nice and cozy. Thanks for watching.